I have not seen any of the UA. We are live. We're there.
Oh,
We got
hello,
there
hello.
finally. Yes. Yeah, I haven't looked over that UA at all. Which is not great. But
It's got some good stuff in there.
yeah. I saw that they also
Yeah.
remade the what's it called? The playtest for D&D whatever's coming up next, whatever they're gonna call it, 1D&D, whatever comes after.
I have no idea.
And I saw that some
They,
people were pretty pissed about it. But people are pissed about everything, so I don't know.
yeah. No, dude, I don't really care about backwards compatibility. It's like, just make something cool and fun. That's all
Yeah,
that matters.
yeah. All right.
Um, Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just trying to get everything up and going. We're up and going. All right, lads. Uh, where are we at today? Mentalgen. Um, where did we
We
leave
left.
off?
What did we leave off at?
I don't really know.
The last thing was Bran hiring Ada Song's daughter to design his dream home for him and Jessica and
And their future children.
and yes, in a massive buttload of children. That was after Jimbo went to he had gotten the thing out of the ship out of the ground and was getting ready to go get all swanky-fied for his date. And I think Mo was doing the equivalent of sleeping off Wish still. Just wrapping that up.
Gotcha. So is this a new
Sounds right.
day? Or when did you talk to Ms. Song? I don't remember. What time of day was that?
It was evening?
Okay. So, safe to say,
bouncing back and forth between planets has made things a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I think what we should
Yeah.
do. It is now the morning of the 12th. Mo is fine. Everybody's rested. Unless Jimbo, when was your date supposed to be? I don't remember.
I think that was where Jimbo was heading off to.
Okay, so that's the evening of the 11th. So we'll do that, and then it'll be the 12th for everybody else.
Yep.
That tracks? Okay. Well, let's see here. Jimbo, where are we at in this date conversation? How has this gone down? Did she say correspondence was set, things like that? Oh, that's right. Through message, right? Or through
Yep.
Yeah, not
Right.
message, that other one. Yep. Okay. And it was just at a any old bar. What sort of place have you taken?
I would be asking her to meet me probably at the crossroads or something like that.
Okay.
And then traveled to some place that's kind of got like a private rooftop type, restaurant I could go and eat.
Sure. Pardon me. Let's see here. You meet up in the crossroads, which is now kind of strangely stark, compared to how bustling it used to be, but a few weeks ago. You often hear a tremendous roar as the Eversong rips off into the sky, off in the distance, actually just down the street. But up until that point, before you see this happen, you spot the lovely Jade, kind of walking amongst what is a different crowd than perhaps what you had once seen of merchants, things like this. A much more, much thinner crowd of travelers and people like that returning to the city, or with kind of focused looks making their way out, back to their homelands. What are you doing? What's going through your head right now?
There's a lot kind of going through Jimbo's head right now. He's like, how am I gonna say all this? And hoping that she's gonna take everything well. And I'm just generally nervous to like see her, that type of thing. Like that's like the biggest things kind of going through Jimbo's head right now. He's kind of just he's there a little early. He's just kind of pacing up and down, looking a little antsy. Um, but that's what Jimbo would be doing while he's waiting for Miss Jade to arrive.
Is this still the art for Jade?
I believe so. And
Okay.
Let me
I
see.
can't see.
Where's
I was zoomed out too far.
Here, I'll make it big.
I think we did a
we've
different
got
one.
we've got a new one that's part of the family tree. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Shoot it my way.
Uh,
See if I can find it quick. Surely.
Oh, yeah, no, it's in your Discord. If you just scroll up a little bit between you and me.
Is it? Okay.
Here, I'll copy. Yeah, I'll copy. Put it into the Misfits, or the Faded
I
Misfits.
see Godly Jimbo. Let's see. Oh, I remember that image. Okay. Got it. Hold on.
Godly Jimbo. Solarion.
He looks great. Let's see. Choose image. Give her a nice green border, I think. All right. Her eyes are kind of cast upon the crowd, kind of scanning around until she spots you. You see her kind of jump up on her tiptoes and kind of wave towards you as you've locked eyes across this space.
Kind of hurry along up to her and, oh, wow, you're looking mighty fine today.
Well, thank you.
Happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you too. You got tall. Wow.
Oh yeah, they say you never stop growing, right?
I guess some people don't stop growing. That is true. You must be one of them giant types, huh? A little bit? Maybe on your
Maybe.
paw side? Well,
It's possible. Who knows?
that's mighty good fortune sometimes, they say. Well, all right. Where are we heading? You had a place in mind, right?
Yeah, this is the there's this place that I was suggested to. It's got this very nice rooftop little area where we can kind of watch the sunset, and it's a little private, so we can just enjoy ourselves.
That sounds lovely. After you, sir.
Alrighty, and alright, I begin to lead her along.
She seems in good spirits today. She was a little bit more, I don't know if morose is the word last time, but there was something off.
Right.
But now she seems a little bit less unstable. She follows you around and you enter into this probably pretty nice town, and ascend up the stairs to your reservation. This Thalsy man leading you up. It is a quiet crowd, huddled whispers and things like that. Just having this, their own conversations. Not anything like maybe the more raucous bars in town. It is a very wine and dine situation. You see other couples around you, things like that. You ascend to a more private section of this place where there are tables nearby and there are other voices and eyes, but they are more focused on their own conversations and thoughts. You are seated, and handed menus and things like that, etched on a very nice paper, and bottles are brought out immediately to you. Um,
Perfect. And I do a quick scan to make sure that Brand or especially Mo is not around this time.
Make a perception check, please.
And let's see.
Thank you.
Perception.
Okay. Well, that's up to the other people. Are they? I don't know if they're trying to necessarily sneak into this one. But I will say you do notice as soon as you sat down, a halfling woman stood back up and left the area, and she has now come back. Make an insight check, please.
Oh. Insight.
Do you have advantage for any reason?
No.
Okay.
I think mine's just turned on.
Gotcha. No, I'm just asking. Just gotta be sure with you guys because I never know what you have advantage on and what you don't have advantage on.
I don't think I do, unless it's like a cloud. No. I don't think so. No.
You don't think that it was anything in particular. You don't see any ill will or anything like that.
Okay. I'm kind of just focusing in on Jade. So what have you been up to these last couple weeks? Tell you I've been pretty busy.
Well, things have been pretty turbulent on my end of the world. I'll be honest with you. Well, my friends and I, we got some good stable work going though. Things set up as they are. I was able to get some jobs going for them. So they've got income for the next foreseeable future. So that's gonna be good for us. Outside of that, let's see now. Oh, we were planning on going on vacation pretty soon, actually, traveling around Arabarat. Have you ever been to the Varen Sea?
I've flown over it a couple times.
Really?
But yeah, I've got this. Now I've got the couple spaceships that to my to access that I can basically fly us anywhere.
The Varen Sea, it's this big countryside. Actually, it's not even a water body. I didn't know if you knew. And over there, they've got all these natural horses and big fields and things like that. We're gonna go out and just kind of mill around for a while and take a breath away from it. It's a good place to escape to. Well,
I can only imagine.
but no, otherwise things are good. Yeah, just odd jobs. I haven't been able to really get into anything that I'm super passionate about lately, but life's been good. How about yourself? I'm sure you've been a very busy fella these last few days.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey over everything that's been kind of going on these last few weeks. I don't even know really where to start, but and Jimbo's gonna start explaining pretty much everything that's been going on since the beginning. Like I kind of got basically up into the point where I like ate the heart. So he's gonna just be telling her like all of the little adventures he's been going on and everything that's happened.
Okay.
And kind of gauge her reaction as like I'm telling her the stories.
Yeah. As she's listening, she gets kind of lost in it at times. You can see her trying to figure out really what's going on here. You tell a complex tale plainly, I would say, as Jimbo.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps. Um, but there are some pieces of the story that are very very far fetched. But she is she takes her time. She asks questions, and uh, eventually, what happens is like almost a look of concern. So, I got a question for you though. When does
Mm-hmm.
this end? I don't like the way things are necessarily right now, but I don't know. Has the militaries have been gathering around and trying to rally up people to make a some sort of defense? I'm getting a little scared. I won't lie. Has anybody reached out to you for that? I know you've had your own adventures, but has that reached you or not so much?
Well, I've been told I had to go to space, and we conquered part of a new planet, and that's kind of been the things I've contributed to this. And but no, I think we're on the as for how long this is gonna go on, this is something that started way before we even were a thought. So who's to know how long it'll actually continue on for? But I I think that things are going in a positive direction. Um,
Sorry, Taco Bell. She nods. But she doesn't look like she really believes anything. Like that it's going well or anything like that. It's just so violent. Um,
it's the unfortunate truth.
well, is there any way I can
Um,
help?
well, I think you just exist in doing what you do, you know, helps people day to day, and people's kind of what's gonna get us through this. And as long as we got people doing all sorts of things, life will continue.
I like
So
I like that.
I think that's kind of what people should focus on is when you start looking at the grand picture of everything, it gets every little thing becomes so tiny that it's hard to wrap your head around it. Believe me, I've uh, I've tried. So I think the best way, at least I've been handling things, is what I can put my hands on and who I can affect around me. And if everybody does that, then I think that'll hopefully bring us to a brighter tomorrow. Hope. Well, at least that's what I like to hope and think. Kind of just taking her in, looking her over. Just kind of enamored with her.
Yeah.
Um.
Um.
So, how has dinner come out, and have we eaten it, or has?
Yeah. Yeah. Food is on its way after about halfway through your story. I would say that the first appetizers and things like that. If you guys got that, would have started to
Mhm.
come out. They're like little tapas,
And
probably. Little like fish things and things like that from the Ved Coast side of things, but also more. It's definitely a multicultural restaurant, like everything is in Alhazar. So you guys are able to order what you want from where you want, basically.
mm-hmm.
And when the food does come, uh, you guys kind of, I would say, probably get to reminiscing about old times and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, make another insight check.
Insight.
Yes, sir. 20. All right. about halfway through your conversation, not halfway through your conversation, but at this point, you've noticed almost a slackened expression on Jade's face.
Mm-hmm.
The halfling has gotten up from her table and is walking over to you.
Do I notice that something's off with Jade?
Yeah, something strange.
I like I immediately. So she's like kind of like slumps over. Is kind of what you're or
She's like eating stuff still, but she looks like almost like she's not listening to what you're saying anymore.
uh. Let's see. If I do have a counter spell in my ring, would I have noticed somebody casting a spell around me?
You would not have seen this happen.
Okay.
With your godly vision, though, you know that a spell has been cast on her.
Okay. Seeing the halfling kind of walking over, I'm kind of waiting until they get a little bit closer up to the table, and I'm kind of trying to gauge what their intent is.
Okay.
If he gets too close, I'm gonna basically put myself in between them, and fly her off.
Yeah, this is
If, I sense harm coming.
This is a short halfling woman.
Mhm.
You see her reaching into her like kind of dress area, where it kind of separates, and you see her. You watch as she is pulling something white out of it. You don't actually ever make out her face fully. She puts her hands to her face and then kind of looks up at you with this eyeless white mask that has a big smile across it.
All right, as I kind of like seeing all this happen, I'm going to I'm gonna grow big. Or I'm gonna like fly up a little bit and grow big and grab her.
Okay.
And grab Jade as well. So I'm not like disrupting any of like, I'm gonna jump up really quick and grow big and go for a grab.
In almost an instant, the mask of the face is directly in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a whisper in your mind. If you move, I'll scream. If I scream, she dies.
I hear this in my mind.
Yes.
What have you done to her?
I've just pacified her for now. Why don't we have a talk?
All right. And I would I be able to get a message out to Brand to let him know there's something up?
How so?
Via the fate-given connection.
If Bran is watching, then he knows. Thank you.
Okay. Like, because I had used telepathic to send like a 5-word message before via the line. I was wondering if I could just alert Bran.
Okay, I don't know anymore.
Tune in.
If you can, then sure. I don't know what things I've said you can do at this point.
Okay. Yeah. yeah, I'm going to essentially just alert him,
Okay.
and then I say, "Where do you want to have this conversation?" To
Ren,
this
you get a
masked
ting.
woman.
Right here's fine. Right here will do very nicely. And you see all of the other patrons in the establishment kind of turn around and just like slowly bring their gaze to you. If I scream, they die too. She sits down.
Okay.
You have done a great
Who
many
do you work
things
for?
against me. Oh, who do I work for?
Who are you?
Uh, you would know who this is, I think. You know of King Sorrow. Before you
Oh,
sits a similarly masked figure. I'm trying to find their picture right now. But this is Queen Joy.
gotcha.
She
Okay.
uh I need you to do something for me.
My mic keeps cutting in and out. Sorry.
It's okay.
What do you want?
You have access to somewhere very important to us, and I'd like you to take me there sometime. There's a very important conversation I need to have with somebody. That's all.
And where is this place? And who is this person you wish to speak to?
You understand that my little group, my little club, has been trying to get their hands on the one down below for quite a while. But things have changed. Things have changed. I need to speak with him. And the way things are now, I have no way of doing so. Not up here. I need to speak with him face to face.
And who is him?
The sleeping giant. Aelinor.
Hmm. Jimbo kind of looks around at all these people. What is what is their looks on their face? Like like they're just kind of all mindless,
Yeah.
or they
Yeah, definitely
okay.
mindless.
Um you know I can't let you talk to him.
What if I can make promises?
Everybody can make promises.
What if I can make guarantees?
I mean, I'm listening, but what's to stop me from killing you right now? These people around me? Honestly? As much as I'd like to save everybody, I know I can't. And putting an end to you now would be easier than dealing with you down the road. So give me a reason why.
My voice has a distinct ability of finding the certain resonances that I need to make parts of bodies pop. You don't want your friend here to pop, do you?
Of course not.
Good.
But when would you want to come and meet Aelinor? Say I agree. And I'm trying to check in to see like how long or how far it would take Bran to kind of, I'm trying to stall
Yeah, I understand.
at this point.
Um,
Uh,
that's up to Bran. Bran, what does this look like on your end of things?
Where is? I mean,
I don't know exactly where in the city I would be. That would be kind of up to you.
and
We'll call it Branamoro, the southeast
Okay.
side.
that's going to be similar to where, Ms. Song's office is,
Mhm.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll say that this is after he's met with her and kind of heading back and gets a ping. So he's gonna be all elbows and ass.
Okay. Got it. He's on the way.
I tell him to get ready to shut all magic down in the area.
That's convenient. I can do that.
Very good.
And how long would I essentially have to stall her?
A while, but we're getting to that.
Okay. Well, so yeah, when would you need me to do this for you? Assuming that I can.
The sooner the better, and I mean this. The sooner the better. You might dislike my tactics now, but I have seen the pain that god is in. And I simply hold an answer for him to find some sort of relief. Aelinor is more than just our world. He's the fabric of our reality. He is what ties us all together right now. And he is coming undone at the seams. We have seen it. I have always been skeptical of parts of our cause, but I've not been skeptical of Aelinor. Everything else, yes. I hate what the gods have put him through. Don't you want to find a little mercy for the entity that keeps us safe? Find some way of relieving the pain that they are forced to deal with?
I get it. You think he's struggling, and I'm sure he is. Everyone's struggling. That's the point. That's what life is. It's the same as for a mortal that it is for a god. It's all about struggle. And yes, he may be struggling down there, but everyone's doing what they can. And maybe I can bring you to him to help him, maybe I can't, but what do you know that that I don't know? What aren't you telling me?
20 years ago, I saw the truth of it all. The misery that Aelinor sits within. Sorrow did, Ire did, and I did. That's why we began this quest. He cried out to us, and we answered the call.
So you saw the great battle above 20
We
years ago.
saw the screaming trillions. And we saw the pain that Aelinor was going through, and we wept.
Yeah. Well, I've been out there in those stars, those screaming trillions, and we're making a difference. You know, what's oh, did my sound cut out?
Mm-mm.
Oh no, the music just stopped. Okay, yeah, I'm still watching. Okay. I was like, what happened? We're making a difference out there, and if everyone here on this planet were to effectively help in and pitch out, start working towards this, I think we could make a real difference in this universe. And I know you've done some things, but why wouldn't you just, why don't you want to help us?
We have faced a great defeat. The call is all but over. No, soon I will no longer be Queen Joy. I will hide away. Return to a normal life. What I offer to you now is a chance for Aelinor to make themselves anew. That is all. A simple conversation. A chance for them to realize who they truly are.
And who would that be?
They are everything. Everything that Asgarath wanted to be. They are both the creator and the one who creates. They have the potential to stand above Asgarath. To stand above Chronepsis. Maybe one day to stand above Nemetis themselves. Don't you want them to realize that future?
I mean, of course. But I'm not going to stop. I mean, I think everybody should do it within their own means, and I don't think one measly conversation is going to change his future.
You'd be surprised.
What are you going to tell him that you couldn't tell me?
Oh, I could tell you now. Aelinor is not but one being. As the Court of 20 are all just simple aspects of Asgarath, Aelinor himself is comprised of many aspects, many songs, all brought together to make one brilliant chord. We are seeing now for the first time a struggle for him to maintain this form. All I wish to tell him is that it's okay to come undone and to embrace those beings which you truly are, to allow yourself to find what you need to become. And then I'd give him this. and she holds out before her something that looks very familiar to you. It is an approximation of a god heart, but it looks a little bit different. It instead looks stunted, like an organ that does not exist. It trickles with a almost black veined display, and it
Where did you
jostles slightly. This is a missing piece of the puzzle. Something we found long ago, and somewhere we shouldn't have been. Think of this opportunity as one for us to become friends. One act of good that I can do for you, that I can do for everyone. And then you'll
Can I
never
get
hear
a-
from us again.
Can I do like an insight check in on her on
Yeah.
like what she's been talking about?
You can try. Yeah, go for it. 18? Okay.
Uh,
What's my deception with her? Hold on.
what is that? An 8? I'm gonna go ahead and use a lucky roll to see if I can get a better one.
Go for it.
23.
Okay.
It's a little better.
It's under here. Hold on, I gotta find. Damn it. Here we go. Got it. All right. What'd you get?
A 23.
It's a tie. Roll again. What'd you get?
A 16.
I believe you actually win on a tie. So, yes, you do. All right. She seems okay. So, you are the last person that she probably wants to be reaching out to right now. She is like very cautious of you because she knows that you can destroy her as quickly as she can destroy all the people in this room. She understands that time is of the essence, but she also has some sort of panic. She is definitely going against the word of the Emerald Call, if they even still exist at this point. She's not lying about trying to do something of value for Aelinor. This thing before you seems to have come out of somewhere where she thinks no mortal should have gone. And they got in a little bit too deep on this.
Okay. Where you said you got it from a place you shouldn't have been. Where was that?
There was a garden in a far-off land. Place of hideous misery. We once claimed that we worked for Nemesis, but this sacrilege that we've committed, we cannot stand with an entity that does the things that she does. We took this from there.
So you You took this from one of these 10 aspects you speak of?
Yes. Yes, we did.
Why not just bring it back?
I want to. We have been cut off. We no longer have any connection to Aelinor himself. If I could just return it to him, I would.
Well then, give it to me, and I'll bring it back for you.
Do you promise? She looks at you. She takes off the mask, and you see a simple halfling woman. Red hair. You promise?
Look, there's a lot of things going on right now, and I can't say I'll do it right this second. I was in the middle of something big, honestly. But yes, I do promise that I would bring this back to the body that you stole it from, the garden. I will return the fruit to the garden, if you will.
The garden was a place far from here. Just give it back to Aelinor. This is a piece of him that never should have been taken.
You keep saying in a faraway place, but where? I need, I can. I'm sure I have a map somewhere. I pull a map out of Aelinor and I where?
Not on this world. Not on any world, I don't think.
Jimbo's gonna try to think about where he's been, the different places, and he's gonna think of the landing and kind of like in this dreamlike land.
Jimbo, have you ever been sundered? I don't remember.
Sorry, I'm back.
What's going on?
Have I ever been sundered?
I think I'm the only
I
one
don't-
who has been on our team.
I don't
Yeah.
think Jimbo's ever been sundered. I think he's always dealt with being partly sundered.
He was downed once.
Oh, that's
it.
right. You were part sundered for a while. Okay. You think about this. You try to think about this garden for a little while, and you think about this, very, very bleak, almost island, across a star of swirling white and black, where rifts in space seem to open up and light seems to pour in from a bleak cosmos. You see pieces of grass upon a rocky ground that just simply are small lights, and then scattered around this place, hanging billions. Their necks kind of craned in odd positions with sort of white lines, white and black tentacles coming out of the mind of all these creatures that have been taken. You see an expanse, a forest of bodies, making up an expanse of Nemetis's hunger, basically. Her devouring the creatures far beyond.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you see. That is where they went. They went to this place. Maybe not physically, but at one point or another, they were there. And they were able to manipulate themselves around enough to where they were able to find this piece and commit an act against Nemetis. Take this from that spot.
So they took something away from Nemetis?
Yes. Something that belonged to Aelinor.
So, this is out of character. We're not talking about the dream worlds. I think that the other
No.
group has been. Okay,
Yeah, this is a very
this
different
is some
place.
other place.
Yep.
Okay. And she wants me to go back there and
Nope.
put it back.
Nope. She just wants you to take this to Aelinor because this is a part of him.
Okay.
and you get the idea that she's speaking genuinely here. That this is just a part of him.
This is just a part of Aelinor.
Yep.
Am I getting like a sense of like, is this like an entropy heart or something like that? Or you said it's like a god heart but stunted.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, I don't know, god's stomach or something. Or
Yeah, like a kidney. It's like an organ that does not
Okay.
exist. Yeah.
Okay. What will happen if I give this back to him? He'll become whole.
Yes. And he will rule as over God. What do you think of him as?
Well, honestly, I just thought him as the heart of the planet. The one that protects us and essentially is the one that gives life to everything on this planet and as well as, reabsorbs it when it dies. At least the material parts of us.
That is one role he fulfills, yes. In time you will learn the rest, I'm sure. That is less important. You promise to give this to him?
I'll
Not now. You can go back to your date. But in due time?
I'll have to do a check or two on it before I can't just walk up and give it to him. I have to make sure this isn't gonna destroy everything. Going, it's you can't blame me for not trusting you.
I don't blame you for anything. I understand where the fault lies now.
If it would make me feel honestly a lot better if you don't don't turn yourself in, or essentially I would say go turn yourself in. Uh, and if you do that, then it would make me a whole lot more convinced that you're being truthful about this. And I'll work on their behalf. And it's crazy for me to even consider this, but why don't you join me in making this place better? I mean, after this whole business, what is your plan after that? You said you're not going to be part of this little club, as you called it, anymore. What is your plans after that? Because I have many of plans for the future.
At this point, Brian, you're just outside. Um,
Can I thrum on the connection so he knows that I'm close?
yeah, sure. She looks to you. Soon? I don't know. I think I'll die soon. This world does not accept me anymore. The air is hard to breathe.
Well, I point, or I gesture to the stars. There isn't just one planet for you to exist on. There's all those out there. Just because you're not part of this world doesn't mean you can't be a part of another.
That was exactly the point. She hands you the organ.
Mm-hmm.
She looks to you. And then she turns invisible. And as she does so, all the candles in the room kind of extinguish all at once. And the crowd returns to normal.
I'm gonna just. Where's Brand? Can I tell him to shut down all magic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his radius of influence there for that?
I've got 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, I thought
Uh,
it was like a something else.
I've got an anti-magic field spell, and it's a 10-foot radius invisible sphere of anti-magic around me. That's what I got to shut stuff down.
Okay.
However, I can also see if she's like invisible and sneaking out, I can see her.
Hmm.
Did she go to cast a spell to go invisible, or is it just like she
Sh-
activated it?
she has what is it called? Subtle
Subtle spell?
yeah.
Okay. Jumbo kind of looking down at this orb of nothingness. He kind of quickly puts it into his bag and hold on.
Oh, that okay. What I'll say is she did not cast a spell there.
Okay.
In going invisible.
Okay. I was gonna say because if I saw her do it, I was gonna counterspell it, but I don't know what level she'd be casting it at, but it'd be a third level spell. Yeah, so I see her go invisible. All the lights go out on like the rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And then a
and
waiter
I
just comes around and lights them all again.
I message Bran telepathically if he's within range somewhere, and I say she's invisible, and I think she's trying to walk out now.
Okay.
Or
Bran's
she
heading.
just disappeared.
Bran would be heading in and go ahead and turn on the anti-magic field.
Okay.
And it's a concentration spell. So that lasts for 10 minutes.
Understood.
10 minutes.
Uh,
No, up to an hour. Up to an hour.
Up to an hour. Got it. Bran.
Oh.
Go ahead and make me a perception check. Because when she does this, she is hidden. Natural 20. Perfect. All right.
She is not hitting no more.
Not anymore. You see a waiter coming down from the upstairs, and in their shadow, you see this figure mirroring their movements. She is basically like stretched across the floor. It's like a reflection that doesn't quite match.
Bran's going to use. Let's see. Can I do that? Hold on 1 second.
As the waiter walks by, she grabs onto another shadow of like a stool, and then connects through that to a person who is just sitting still.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do this. Ugh. I'll hold on to that for just a second. Damn. Bran is just gonna just keep his eyes locked on her and lightly whisper, come out, wherever you are."
Do you approach with the anti-magic
Yep.
thingus? Okay. Let me
Yeah.
check it.
Keep on heading that way.
Let me just see if that works here quick. What is your? Go ahead and make a charisma check because this is technically not a spell, but it is magical, right? So I will allow it. I just want to make sure it.
A charisma check, you said?
Yes, that is your spell casting thing for this. Yes, or is it a
It
different thing?
is.
It
It
is.
is.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, whatever your spell casting thing would have been. 23. Okay. Yeah. Um. You watch her kind of contort and almost fall upwards onto the floor. People like look around, and she looks at you up. She looks up at you in fear. Uh, and what do you do? What do you say?
Uh, hmm. Has Jimbo sent or said anything? Like, we're still, as far as I am aware, we're still getting and neutralizing.
Um, I think Jimbo is now kind of conflicted on what. Just stop her. I'm not. I would have told you to kind of just stop her. I'm not done with this conversation.
Madam, I believe you need to turn around and uh, my brother would like to speak with you.
Uh,
And
she. But we've just spoken.
I I say, now you didn't have to go and run along like that. You just kind of disappeared. Uh, like I said, why don't you come come with us, and I promise that we can, I'm not going to say put you to good work, but we can definitely help you.
Her kind of gaze casts downwards.
Uh,
She's silent for a little while. I didn't mean to intrude. Not like that. I meant to just get my business done and be gone. I don't want to stick around because I don't want to be around. I've made a mistake.
well, you can live the rest of your life undoing that mistake. Why don't you? You know we work with a lot of people in higher places. Why don't you just come with us, and we can definitely turn that mistake into something positive. You're Queen. Well, I don't say Queen Joy, but you're all about joy, right?
The
Why
death
don't
of
you
joy.
help me bring smiles to everybody's faces?
She
That's
looks sullen.
I that's what I hope to do. So why don't you help me?
I was not the Queen of Joy. I was celebrating the death of joy.
Well,
Is joy. Fine. I don't wish to intrude any longer. You there, and she points at Bran.
Hi.
Will you accept my surrender so that none in this establishment need to die?
I would like nothing better.
So long as I do not end up in the Ember Prison, I will come with you.
Yeah, name the first place I had thought of. And he looks to Jimbo. You've had a conversation with her. Do I trust her?
I look at her, and you're not gonna try to escape or run away now, are you?
She kind of just she like sits on the floor, kind of cross-legged. She looks like she's not going anywhere anytime quick. You'll just find me.
Okay, because I still have lots of questions, and I'm sure we can work on things together. I'm gonna just do one last little insight to make sure she isn't getting out of here.
Yeah, it's a 32.
Oh, well, um, I trust her enough. I tell Brand, why don't you take her? I don't know, take her to the castle.
I
Put her up in her room.
was about to say a room, an oubliette.
You know, make sure she's fed well, and in a couple, maybe tomorrow or in a couple days, we can continue this conversation. How's that sound?
She nods.
Very well. I trust
All
you.
right. Like, we're trusting each other, so don't. I'm putting my faith in you, so put your faith in me. Can you do that?
I have faith in you all now.
All right. I say, Brent, please take her over there and and in his head, and in Brand's head, do you know of any kind of anti-magic restraints that we could put on her just so she can't teleport out of there or anything like that? I trust her, but I don't fully trust her.
Mm. Brand shrugs. And is the telepathy just one way, or is it two?
I'm gonna cast detect thoughts
Oh, fair enough.
just so I can
Yeah.
just have the full conversation with him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like,
You guys are able to converse. You guys could just whisper too, you know.
mhm.
Brand goes back. I'm sure there's something of the sort. I don't have anything like that in my bags of fun things. But I can drop her off and see what I can find. I'll have Krakus keep an eye on her anyway. He's still over there.
Perfect. Well, have I don't tell anybody about this just yet, but I'd ask maybe somebody in the chantry if they have something of the sorts. I've got an important
I can see if Master Lyceus has anything.
whatever whoever you may go to that's fine with me, but I've got this beautiful woman upstairs to get back to.
I was about to say, is it going well?
I put my thumbs up and I wink. Hope so. And it was going better before all this.
I understand that, but I'm sure you can make up for it.
Mhm.
All right. Good luck, brother.
Thank you.
And madam,
Sorry to trouble you.
you're perfectly fine. Might I have your arm? I'm sure you understand me wanting to keep you fairly close to me at the moment.
Oh. No matter. She gets up. I think we'll get along better than you'd expect. She gives you a wink. Takes your hand.
I certainly hope so. I would like to like people. And so Brand's going to walk her out and start escorting her to the gateway to take her to Artis in Jimbo's castle.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you could tell the wardens to watch her. I'm sure there's a couple around town.
There's going to be like 3 or 4 levels of watching going on here.
Oh yeah. But Jimbo goes back to the date, and
Okay.
well, I get back to Jade. I'm so sorry about all that. Work stuff.
Oh
He kind of just sighs.
no, don't worry about that. I'm sure it was just kind of got chilly in here actually, surprisingly so, with those candles out for a moment there. That was a
There was a big gust of wind.
big gust of wind. Yeah,
It
it must have been.
definitely blew through here. And
Well, I wouldn't mind making a habit of this though. I've had a good night so far.
of course. Do you want to get out of here and go check out some gardens or something and go take a walk with me?
Sure.
I'm sure Rocky'd like to see you too.
Oh, well, that would be nice.
And I've got this place I've kind of wanted to show you, and I'm gonna start bringing her to. I'm gonna bring her. I'm gonna say, would you like to go to another planet with me?
She looks at you.
And
What? Oh, right now?
well, follow me. It's only a couple minutes from here.
All right then.
All right, and I basically take her and show her kind of like around Sarah Hill,
Okay.
and as we're
She,
kind of
she
coming
starts
through, it's
freaking
like,
out because of the gravity being only half of what it normally is there.
it is yeah, it's definitely uh yeah, it's definitely a bit getting used to. And I kind of like jump up a little bit. You know, it's like you can definitely jump higher though. That's kind of fun.
Just keep going up.
Yeah. But yeah, so there is one kind of big thing that's been on my mind, and I just got a question for you.
Go ahead and shoot.
All right, and I kind of try to find a nice scenery to kind of stop at somewhere along the river with some nice trees.
Sure, let's take you there. Quick. Um. You come to this bubbling riverside, where the water churns and tumbles over itself. A few trees over what is a very starry night. She's never seen stars like this before. And it makes for a very very unique night for you too.
Mm-hmm. Jade, I've gotta tell you something. Well, there's a couple of things. Oh, there's just so many things I'd like to talk to you about. I mean, honestly, I could spend the rest of my life just talking to you. But before we go on and, all that other stuff, Miss Jade, he's kind of like getting nervous. He's like, so how do I tell her? There'd be nothing. He's kind of like stumbling on his words. He's like, he kind of gets down on one knee and proposes. He's gonna, will you marry me? There's no other person that makes me happier, and I can't imagine a world without you, and spending time away from you is always just a struggle for me. And I'd like to spend a lot more time together. And I pull out the ring.
She looks at you. She looks down at it. Normally, I would never say this in 1,000 years. I just wanted it to be clear. But for this, because you have been on exactly 2 dates, you knew each other beforehand, yes. I will need a persuasion check from you, Jimbo. Normally, I would
Yeah.
never ask for something like that for this sort of
Yeah.
scene.
I'm so nervous.
Because we were more like childhood sweethearts that kind of got broken apart.
Yes.
Let's see, a persuasion check.
Yes.
Oh, Jimbo's using everything he's got here.
Okay, all right. That's fine.
Persuasion.
Ah, you're fine.
Okay. Whew. I have a 3 modifier, mind you. Okay.
A
I
journey
go all
ends.
starry-eyed.
A new journey begins. Jimbo, I'd be very happy to.
He puts it on her finger and picks her up and spins her around and gives her a big old hug and a smooch. This is, their first kiss they've ever had. He's just kind of blown away in the moment. I swear I'll make you the happiest woman in the whole universe. And yeah, I can kind of and so, well, gosh, you said you were planning on going on a trip with all your friends. This has got some exotic, wildlife that you could see.
Oh, they get a kick out of this. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm. And we're establishing a town here, so they'll, there's always work.
Well, that would be in case things fall through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very thankful. Let's well,
And Jimbo pulls out this very fancy bottle of wine that he purchased long ago. And he pulls out 2 glasses. And well, let's just worry about us tonight and
you got a place to
just
drink
relax.
this? Yeah.
And well, and I gesture over to that castle over there. That is my well, I built that, or part of it at least. And if there's anywhere in the world or both worlds, I can get us there in just a moment. Is there any place that you'd like to be?
Oh, I just thought of the cringiest shit to say. Yeah, she will say with you.
Oh no.
Kill me. And
Oh,
we'll
no.
fade to black.
Yeah.
Um,
Jimbo will take her to his room in the castle,
sounds
where
good.
he can go drink that in the farthest away place.
Yep, understood. Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say anything to Queen Joy during your little walkabout with her?
So is this kind of a big pivot for you?
I saw some shit. All right.
I mean, I completely understand that. But I mean, this is a big pivot.
Not as much as you might think. I wasn't into it as much as the other two were. Sorrow's in a he's a little tied up at the moment, and I don't know what actually happened to Ire, but Now that they're gone, it feels like there's no way for me to achieve my goals.
And what was that?
I wanted to just set him free.
Who?
Aelnor. He's dying.
Cough. He's dying?
He has to remember everything, you see. He's stuck with all the dreams, all the memories of everybody from before.
I mean, there's the whole library in Isserene. It's not necessarily his job, is it?
Those are the memories of the collected mind. His are the experiences of the unconscious. Anytime you have a bad dream there, he's got to sit through it too.
Wouldn't he be Starkraven mad?
She looks at you. Aye.
I mean, granted, I've only had a couple of conversations with him, but he doesn't act Starkraven.
He's a good soul.
That I believe. So you went and joined a whole club that was down for murdering young fate given before they could be fate given in order
That
to
was
help.
all Ayer's idea. That was all his idea.
Oh, I mean, did you say stop?
Have you ever said stop to King Ayer? Well, I suppose you haven't. You never met him, I suppose.
He's took a few pot shots at us and that sort of thing, but
Would have squashed
never
me
liked-
like a bug, I tell you. What I did is evil. You're right. We've done some terrible things, but is not any existence better than the one that many find ourselves in right now.
So how is he dying? How do you know he's dying? And what can we do to fucking stop it?
We've seen at the edges of space an unraveling taking place. Things are getting in that shouldn't. Things
Lord
are.
knows there's been plenty of things climbing through with other planes.
Yes, exactly. The holes in Nermora are just getting bigger. That's for one. That's just one snowflake on the tip of the iceberg. Alright? He's just in so much pain. Our goal originally was not to let Nemesis win, it was to let Asgarath lose. So he'd end it all, restart everything.
Isn't that one and the same?
Aye, but if it means a swift end to suffering, and everything gets created anew anyway, what's the harm?
It's an awful lot of people that you're going to have to undo.
When you've seen the pain that the unknown infinite masses out there are going through, you'd consider your options. Just think on it for a moment. Imagine what they must be going through. They're the majority, not us, right? Whatever's in their interest surely must be for the better. At least to some degrees.
Is there any guarantee that if you scrubbed it all, that they'd all be alright?
Nobody would be alright, but they wouldn't have to sit through it.
So nothing's better than a flawed existence.
New might be. Listen, that's all behind us now. I'm done thinking that way. Well, I'm done participating in it at least.
Well then, what's your thoughts?
Now,
Aye?
we found a missing piece of the puzzle. Giving that back to Eleanor will hopefully help him become the sort of being he's truly meant to be.
More than just a world titan.
Aye.
If that happens, does what happens to Eleanor, the planet, and all of us that call it home?
Oh, nothing will happen here. Don't worry yourself, love. All will be just fine. A little turbulent at times, I'm sure. She'll make it through the other end.
And if these, he said it was like a chunk of him?
Yeah.
I mean, how many chunks are there of him?
That should be the last part.
He stops and he looks at her. By this time, I figure they kind of gotten into
Mhm.
the suite, which he's made sure has, conveniently, had the servants build up things so there's not that many shadows in here, not that easy to get out, that sort of deal. He stops and he looks at her. I want to believe you. There's something that I don't think is you just trying to charm me. But I have to say, I don't like what this insinuates about my lady. Surely she wouldn't have known and have caused the entire world risk and caused a creature that sort of pain deliberately.
You'd be surprised what your lady's capable of. Chronepsis was her dragon, you know.
He bucked everything. I know she's not all roses and raindrops. Death is death. It's not necessarily a horrible thing. It's an end and a beginning, and all of that as well. I know she can be a bit severe. But is she that ruthless? It's a face of her I've never seen.
Maybe she's moved past it. She wasn't entirely whole herself not too long ago. She's only had that body of hers for 20 years or so. Otherwise, she was just a whisper for a long time.
And make her a whisper longer than my nan was serving her.
Aye. Yeah, she was not. She didn't have like her godly self until 20 years ago when she was exalted. She was just mystic ravens and stuff like that. She was depicted as a raven up until very recently.
He gnaws on his lip. So whatever it is you gave Jimbo can help all of this. And you swear you ain't shitting me.
It'll change everything. Ultimately for the better.
I was about to ask. I want to like you. And that annoys the shit out of me. I hope you find things well here and perhaps we can talk again sometime.
I'm happy to meet you, Bran, Marwalaith. And not
That's just...
at the end of one another's blades.
It's conversation's always better than iron meeting iron.
You know that you never told her name, or your name.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that
Okay.
fact. And was just about to it's a pretty little trick you've got there.
I held off for a while.
Held off what? You've been poking around up here.
Oh,
Taps his head.
no. Nothing like that, nothing like that. I've known who you are for a while now. The other two, they're not so clever as I. Well, clever in different ways. I could have snubbed out your candles real early on there.
How did you know me?
I followed you. You, 5 of you, walk in and out of that chantry so often, I swear. Very easy to track who's who when you're coming in and out of that place just open day.
Well, for me, which chantry is the bigger question. But it's like a frickin' second job. How else were we supposed to do it? I mean, it's how Hazard said he never sleeps.
I know.
And besides, just as long as you weren't the agent that hit me up inside the head and locked me in that jail that started this whole thing.
No, that wasn't us, actually. I know what you're talking about. We looked into that. That was not us. That was a fellow who worked for us slightly, or at least wanted to.
Well, perhaps we'll catch up on that too. For now, sleep well. What do I call you? You've got me at a bit of a disadvantage. Do you prefer Your Majesty, or is there something else? Since we seem to be a bit more on even footing.
I'll give you an answer tomorrow.
Until tomorrow, then, ma'am. And he turns and starts heading out. If she wants to say something, he's not going to like run out, but
nope.
He'll go find the wardens. He's setting up multiple levels of watch with Crack, not knowing. He's not telling Krakus who it is. He's just telling Krakus that there's a prisoner of import that he needs to make sure that there's no halflings going in and out.
He gives a bird salute.
And then Brand's actually going to head back to Halhazar.
Okay. The nights conclude. Brand, do you have anything else you needed to do this evening, or are we picking up the next day?
No, we're just
glorious.
Yep, moving on.
It is now the 12th of Vanath. 2 days till the Festival of Dust.
How many days until the watering?
3.
Okay.
And I will add some meta context. No, I won't. Never mind. You're fine. Anyway, moving on. Hold on. These ships should be a little bit bigger. Proper scale. Alright. Let's start up with Mo, because he's feeling good today. Mo, what you doing?
Moenheim wakes up feeling better than he has in days. Feels a surge of motivation to get up and start moving. He does his morning workout routine with everybody, including the new giants he has with him. His whole team puts him on a quick little morning routine. And then he stops off where does he stop off? He goes to find Jimbo and them to catch up with last night's festivities, knowing last night was date night.
Okay.
So he goes to where Jimbo is. Jimbo's at the change room sleeping, I'm guessing?
I think he's actually at the castle.
Oh, perfect. I'll find him with my senses and then go see what he's doing for breakfast, knowing he's up early.
All right. Keep that thought to myself. Jimbo, what's your morning look like?
Uh, Jimbo is kind of like just starstruck. Um, he's waking up with Jade.
Yep.
He's like thought about this day for years, and he's like, I'm gonna go make everybody breakfast, and I'm gonna be right back. Um, and so he goes and starts cooking some food. He's gonna make sure it's the best damn thing that everyone's has ever damn seen.
Has ever made. Make a cooking tools
Ever,
check. Why
ever.
not? Ah! All right, it's pretty good. With the 38, it's some Ramsey level shit.
Mhm.
Bolton, not Gordon. All right. No. It is glorious. You prepare a nice spread. Mo comes in and greets you.
Hey, buddy. You caught me at a good
Jimbo.
time. I'm making breakfast for everybody, and that isn't including Miss Joy as well. I was gonna go bring her some food and check to see if she's somehow snuck out or is not there, but
She's there. You enter the room and she has like let all her hair down and stuff.
mm-hmm.
She looks like she didn't sleep in the bed. She looks worse for wear.
Well, Missy, I'm sure you probably didn't sleep, but I've come to bring you some breakfast. I've got some stuff I need to get to, but I promised you some good food, and well, here it is.
It's very kind.
I thank you for not getting out of here. I'm sure it wouldn't have been hard for you, so I appreciate it. But I promise I'm gonna get back to you very soon. And he goes to how is she looking? She said she's looking sick, or
Yeah.
like just that
Yeah.
she hasn't slept.
Oh yeah, she looks ill.
I'll have somebody come check you out, and I'll tell whichever warden is there to go get Arcus and come check her out.
Am I there when
Got
you
all
go check
types
on
of
her? Is
healing.
she just at the dining table, or whatever?
No, she's in her room.
Okay.
I quickly told. I would have quickly told Mo the situation. If you wanted to come talk to her, you're more than welcome.
Has Mo ever fought
Would
the
I-
Umbral Call?
Nope, not once. I have no idea about the story at all.
Nice. Very good.
Before my time, so I guess we'll explain it all, and then he comes back to the table, lets me all know, and then I go pop my head in.
Okay. Jimbo, when he goes that way, I'd go back to Jade.
Okay.
Bring her breakfast.
Did you tell me about Jade and everything? Also,
Oh yeah, no, I told you everything that happened last night, including the I kind of jumped the gun and proposed to her, but she said yes.
oh, slaps him in the back of his shoulder, gives him a great big bear hug. Look at you
I
grow,
know.
buddy.
I know. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm going back to bring her some breakfast in bed, so I gotta get out of here. As much as I'd love to continue talking about it, and he quickly walks on back.
He as he walks away, he says, "Oh, they grow up so fast."
Oh.
Pop my head in with what's her face. Just good morning. Did you find the food all right?
She is eating parts of it. Yeah, she looks up at you. Hello.
I don't believe we've had the chance to meet. I am Monheim.
I know.
Jimbo told me all about your situation. Oh, you, you know. No surprise there from what he's told me. Um, you're not looking so good there. Did you not sleep good, or
I slept. I slept all right.
I'm gonna do a medicine check just to see if I see what's going on with her.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
18.
18. Okay. It's like early signs of poisoning, but it
Hmm.
seems drawn out.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, why not? I go to her and I'll just she'll she sees my amulet glow a bit. I just do a full on heal on her.
What do you use to do this? The heal?
The heal I get from my amulet.
Gotcha. It has no effect.
Huh. And then it just uses the effect on target. Oh, I see.
And not because the spell didn't work. You think with all your heart that should have worked. And that you deduced it correctly,
But I see it hasn't.
Yeah.
I ask her, that should have done the trick. You sure there's nothing you're keeping from us?
I'm thinking this is a clear sign of what comes for me.
What do you think's coming for you? We have plenty of medical professionals here to help.
Doctors or
No,
mages?
of all kind. We have some cleric types, some medic types, mages. You name it, we got it. No guest of Jimbo gonna feel bad on our watch.
I think I need a real doctor.
Ah, I'll grab Dr. Acula.
Okay.
So, yeah, be right back. Grab him. Meet Dr. Acula. Dr. Acula, this is your patient. I cast heal and nothing seemed to happen. So wondering if you could deduce.
What do you think Dr. Acula sounds like?
Blah blah blah. Just straight up. Just the whole Transylvanian vibe.
Oh, he's like is he a fucking vampire? Why does he sound like that? It's because it's Dracula. Shit, I didn't realize. Oh no.
He's a hematologist.
I
and a
didn't get
human.
it. I didn't
And
get
you
it.
and you've never watched Scrubs?
Holy shit. I've never watched Scrubs actually.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't
Oh.
worry, blood is my thing. She has blood poisoning. He'll begin looking her over. A couple minutes pass. He comes back. I need to do surgery immediately. He whispers to you.
I'll get you all the help that I can muster, and then I go.
It's bad.
I'll grab Astra to help. I'll grab what's his name, Lizzie to help, because now
Get Cos.
quick backstory on Lizzie. He, after hanging out with Dr. Acula so much, he rubbed off on him the right way, so he's now a witch doctor.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
And
get costs. That's
I don't
my
know who.
centaur.
I'll give him, and then was it Rudy? Who's Jim? Who's your guy?
Arcus was already on the way.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
So they all meet up, and I
Yep.
say I'll leave you guys
Yeah.
to it.
Would regeneration work? The spell?
That will help.
Once she cut her up and
Yep.
do the blood, whatever.
A surgery goes underway. Dr. Acula procures from this person a creature that was growing inside her. It's horrifying. He keeps it in a
Let's see.
jar to show to you.
I know Astra would love to take a look at this. And she immediately begins studying what it is.
Make a history check. You guys went. Mo, you were there for the fight in the what's it called? The fucking Shadowfell, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked
Yes,
very
yes,
similar to the creatures you fought there.
You want me to make a history check or Astra to make a history check?
No, that was I just kind of gave you the answer to the history check.
Oh, perfect.
I don't know why I told you to do something and then just gave you the answer.
You knew we were going to pass either way.
Yeah, probably. Why don't you just make that anyway? Why don't you just do it just for fun? Yeah. It's like a professor who's they've got like a D student giving them a C anyway. It looks familiar, and I'll just leave it at that. You can't quite make heads or tails of what this is, but it does seem to be carnivorous. The regeneration spell will restore the missing parts of her that are gone after taking this thing out. And she returns back to normal health. She has to rest for a while though. She'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing that'll take better part of the morning.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Quick in and out surgery.
With the amount of help that is had there, does not take long. But this creature was consuming and wrapping like these long barbed tentacle things like all across her innards. So.
Ooh, it was connected to everything.
Yeah.
Well, I have the Forge Warden go update Jimbo. Have my guys go wash off. Let her rest. Still pumped from the great breakfast Jimbo made, and
Yep.
feeling the best he's had. He recalls. He takes a look at Mountain Maker and goes, maybe it's time to start making this whole. And it starts going over what he's learned about where the other parts and how many other parts of Mountain Maker there are. To try to either go get it or see how difficult it might be.
Oh, recalling the other pieces and parts?
Yes.
They're all in Kilogos, if that helps you.
Do I know how many are there?
That is a good question. I believe the maximum that number of pieces that there can be is. Let's see. It's just exalted, right? It's already +3. I think it's there's 5 more pieces. Let me look. Hold on. 1, 2,
Oh, sorry. You're in there.
3,
Gotcha.
4, 5, 6. There's 9.
Jeez Louise. Here I am thinking it'll be a quick journey. Okay.
And these aren't like things you can just pick up. They're all at the end of like dungeons and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Or they're people's personal possessions, things like that.
Ooh, people. Forgot about people.
People.
Well, so much for that plan. He learned about that. Trying to make a plan. Trying to do some stuff. Or prepare to do some stuff. out of character. Did we have a plan after Jimbo's proposal to do anything?
Get Brand's mom.
You don't know it, but Bran knows. Bran's got the lead to his mom.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I did say my journey would take a halt before that. Um, he'll grab his guys since he's there, and might take too much time actually. He'll just set up and go. Oh, disregard. I know exactly what he's supposed to do. I'm so sorry. He flies up to Stormy,
Okay.
who's up in the air,
Yep.
just hanging out. Uh, helps feed him some lightning bolts from all this lightning stuff he can do.
Sure.
Then puts this Ashen Rider soul gem into a headband of intellect, and then puts it on his head. I'm sorry. Was it an Ashen Rider soul gem? Yes. How did I mix that up? Ashen Rider soul gem. What am I missing from this? Oh, the one that you have, Jimbo. The Changeling? Does that sound right?
Doppelganger?
Doppelganger. Thank you. The Doppelganger soul gem.
My mic just keeps cutting.
Oh, okay.
Say again?
Sorry.
I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
Can you doppelganger?
Yeah. So I would have put that on there.
Okay.
Intellect only has room for one gem.
Yes.
Is that right?
It only has room for one.
Okay.
Because the
Yeah.
soul piece will take up both slots.
Okay. So I'll do that. I'll give him the doppelganger. I'll put the doppelganger soul gem in the headband. Put that on him, and then see him change form
Yep.
to
I imagine he looks almost like a lightning naga person. Like a
Oh, that's
blue
dope.
like a blue naga. Yeah.
is that a persona?
What's up?
I'm trying to understand your reference.
A blue hold on.
Oh,
Like a snake person.
yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it looks like. I was going with blue anyways. My question for you though, with just outside mechanics, does this storm change size or does it stay the same?
I would say the storm is ever present.
Perfect. He's always at the center. Okay,
Yeah.
and you'll know common. I'm assuming with the intellect headband. Or-
I don't think so.
It just makes it
Naga
doesn't
can
teach him a
speak
language.
common.
A naga can, but a guy who is not a naga,
That's true.
you know. Hold on. He is a. Does he have a language to begin with?
Elder Tempest?
He does not. No. He's a very smart Elder Tempest now, though. There are ways that you can teach him common quickly. You know that. I will leave that to you guys to figure out. But there are magic books that can teach languages. So.
Perfect.
And
Okay.
and you think he'd be able to study and stuff like that now?
He now walks among us, loving it.
Yes.
I bring out Fang and everybody to meet the new looking Stormy, and then we're all just walking around town for the time being. Doing nothing actually present. I'm being aware of the time is all.
Yeah, understood. We will start up next time. Bran, we got like 3 minutes. Are you heading to Tarkus to go begin this journey to the Bone Lands, or did you have something else planned before we leave?
I mean, he basically would. Yeah, once he got up, he would probably head and let Tarkus know that he was going to try to see if he couldn't round up everybody and then pop to try to shuffle people off in the direction of his dear sweet mama.
Okay, sounds good. Well, yes,
So I
Jimbo.
guess I need to roll for the random person who now has joined. the
Oh,
club.
yes.
If all of our dreams are connected to Aelinor, would I have been able to talk to him last night in my dream?
You guys can talk to Aelinor whenever you want to. Yeah. Whenever you
Oh,
dream.
just whenever?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that being said, Aelinor can look through no longer you, Jimbo, but Aelinor feels and experiences life through every fate given. Meaning that they know anything that you have ever seen, Mo, Bran, on this plane of existence. Anything that happened in the Shadowfell or a different plane has been private. Meaning that Aelinor knows that.
There's
And I
one
have this piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole conversation with Queenie there.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Well, interesting to know what he thinks of all of that.
And would we know this?
I think I mentioned that was the whole reason you guys separated yourselves. Oh, you guys don't have that anymore because you are separate now, right? You did the whole
There was the veil that
Yeah.
that the
Yeah, we got covered from some.
Yeah, you do not have that
thing.
connection. Okay, so that is a private thing then. Got it.
What
Iris-
happened?
We
Iris
fly
Silverman.
under the radar.
Yes.
So, but that wouldn't be for Mo, would it? Or
Was Mo there for that thing or no?
No, that was primo.
that was
okay.
Primo.
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 So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Primo.
yeah, Mo is safe regardless. Or no, I suppose Mo would have to deal with that stuff. Yeah, not that that's a bad thing though, right?
Right.
I could take anything.
Yeah.
Uh,
Basically, you just have a god that has your back. That's like the only bad thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would have definitely tried to talk to him at some point. Either last night in my dreams or like would do so like sometime before lunch.
Okay. Sounds good. We will start with that then, and then go for Brand's mama next time.
Perfect.
It is
Yeah.
8:30.
Yeah, because. All right. Yeah.
You have fun.
I won't.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Adios.